Nearly 4 of 10 Americans have a side hustle, but most of them, they're just making extra money. And there is nothing wrong with that. But if you are actually trying to leave your job, keep watching because I am going to show you the exact system I am using to plan my exit. A little story time. In April of 2025, I was holding down a demanding full-time job, running a financial firm, just coming off of tax season and trying to figure out how to show up online after being offline since 2013. Yes, I had mountains of goals, but zero plans, zero systems. Instead of pushing forward, I stopped. I built a system before I moved forward. And not to brag, but in Q4 of 2025, I launched my first YouTube video, a full social media presence. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought, like, this person came from nowhere. Who is she? And the truth is, I didn't. I just planned before I made my first move. That system I used to juggle my 9 to 5, my financial firm, and showing up online all at the same time. I got you. Today, I am walking you through the whole thing. I'm Sabrina Michelle, CFO, enrolled agent, and a girly with systems. So grab your 12-week year planner and let's get started. Okay, here's the actual problem. Most planning systems were built on an annual timeline. They assume you have unlimited time, full energy, and a clear calendar. And let's be honest, that's not true. That's not the case. You don't, and neither do I. So the pathway from side hustle to full-time entrepreneur, it is not a leap. It is a plan. And this framework is how you will build it, no matter how full your plate is. But first, here's what I need you to understand. Most goal setting systems focus on setting goals. And yes, that feels great. And yes, you feel accomplished. But the 12-week year focuses on executing those goals. And that's the one shift that changes everything. So when you treat a 12-week year as a full year, you eliminate the procrastination that kills annual plans. Think about it. When you have 12 months, nothing feels urgent until October or November. But when your year is 12 weeks, then week 3 will feel like March. Week 8 will feel like August. The urgency is already built in. So let's get into it. Step 1 is your long-term vision. What your 12-week year calls layer 1. You have a 9 to 5. Ask yourself, what does my life look like when I replace my business with my job? Don't just think about the money. Think about your mornings. Think about the freedom you may have. Think about your entire day. And look, if you are like me and you have so many ideas and so many goals and things that you want to accomplish in different lanes, if you are like me, you can hone that in with an AI software like ChatGPT or Claude. Go to ChatGPT or Claude. Write down all of your goals, your aspirations, the things that you want in your life. And then from there, and listen, don't hold anything back. But then from there, ask the software to write a story about a random day in your life 5 to 7 years from now. That story is your layer number 1. That is your long-term vision. And here's what I do, and here's what you should do. Read it once a week so that you can remember what you are working towards. All right, layer number 2 is your 3-year vision, the bridge between where you are now and your long-term goal. The author of 12-Week Year, Brian Moran, actually asks, what do you want to create in your personal life and your business? Not one or the other, both. And if you have a 9 to 5, it goes in the plan. Your job, your side hustle, your clients, your content, all in one plan, your entire life. So just like I mentioned in layer 1, do the same exercise. Use AI to write down what your 3-year day looks like. And for this one, I read this multiple times per week because I never want to lose sight of what I am building. Because remember, leaving your job is not a leap. It is a plan, and you have to understand your why. Now, here is where I add my own little layer. The book, it gives you the vision, but here is how I personally connected to a 12-week plan. So once you have your 3-year picture, think about your year. Do a brain dump. Write down everything you want to accomplish. Don't edit yourself. Don't hold back. Just get it all on paper. And here's what you will notice. Some of those things are not goals. Some of them are tasks, and that's perfectly fine. Remember, a goal is overarching. A task is a step within that goal. Know the difference. So from this list, pull 4 to 12 goals that will actually move the needle this year. Those 4 to 12 goals become your foundation for your 12-week year. So this is how I connect my annual vision to my 12-week year. And listen, this is just a blueprint. Things happen throughout the year, so your 4 to 12 goals, they may change. That's okay, but at least you have a foundation to start with. Okay, step 3, choose 1 to 3 goals for your next 12 weeks. Not 5, not 10, 3 maximum, and make them specific. Nothing like I want to get more clients or I want to make $5,000 this month. What you want to create is a SMART goal. Something like I am going to onboard 2 clients by the end of my 12 weeks. So that's SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. At the end of the 12 weeks, you answer one question: did I reach my goal or not? There's no almost, there's no partial credit. That is what keeps your execution honest. Step 4, weekly tactics. Each goal gets broken down into specific actions that you have taken every single week. And if your goal is to onboard 2 new clients, your weekly tactic might look like figuring out where your ideal client actually hangs out, whether it's online or out and about. And if they're online, then you want to create content that speaks to their pain points. And then you might want to send 3 outreach messages and do a couple of follow-ups. So, how often are you going to do each of these things? These are the things that you need to decide now. This is not a to-do list. This should be a contract to show up for yourself and accomplish your goals. Now, here's the honest truth about building while you are still employed. You do not have unlimited time. You have hours before work, after work, and during the weekend. If you try to build without systems, you will realize you are wasting your time. So the 12-week year has 3 time blocks. Block number 1, this is the strategic block. This is a 3-hour block that you have 1 to 3 times every week, uninterrupted deep work on your most important goal. No emails, no calls. No, let me just check this really quick. None of that. You see why you can only have 1 to 3 goals? Okay, so plan this time. Protect this time, because if I'm being honest, 3 hours is enough time for you to focus on something long enough to move the needle forward. Okay, pro tip, this is what I actually do. I have 1 block during the week, Monday through Thursday, and then I have 3 blocks, one on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, number 2, the buffer block. This is a 1 hour, once or twice a day, where you have all admin work. You message people back. You have quick tasks. All of that goes here and not during your strategic block. The way I use buffer blocks, I have 2 per day. One of my buffer blocks is for admin work, and then the other buffer block is to plan for my strategic block. And number 3, breakout block. This is a half a day block, and this is your personal time. The book says it should be at least once a week, but if you need more, do more. If you are still employed while building, you cannot make this an option. You are running on borrowed energy every single week, and you need to rest. This is not a reward. This is a requirement, because according to entrepreneur.com, 1 in 2 founders experienced burnout in 2024. So don't find time. Assign time. And I want to know in the comments, which of these 3 blocks are you not protecting? I would tell you the breakout block for me was a little hard, because I am the type of person that will just get in the zone and I barely take breaks. But I realized once I take a break, I come back re-energized and refreshed and with a clear mindset. All right, step number 5, score your execution every week. And here's why this system is different from others, because a lot of times we do not know what we actually did and how to measure it. So here's what you do. You look at your weekly time blocks and you score yourself whether or not you accomplished it. If you accomplished 85% or above, then you are on track to meeting your goal. But if you are below 85%, you have to figure out what happened and be honest with yourself. Here's the thing. You don't change the goal. You change your approach. Okay, step 6. This is your weekly accountability check-in. Step 5 and step 6, they can be done together. Every week, you need to review your execution score and what you did. You ask yourself, what worked and what got in my way? Not, why didn't I do it? Don't beat yourself up. Give yourself grace. Reframe that question, reframe your thoughts, and ask yourself, what specifically got in the way of me not reaching my goal for this week? And ask yourself, what can I do to change that? You adjust your tactic. not the goal. So I'll say it again. The goal stays, the plan change. All right, and before we get into step 7, drop in the comments and let me know what is your 12-week goal, because I want to support you and I want the community to be able to support you. Last but not least, step 7, week 13. So this is what you do. You review the full cycle. What did you hit? What did you miss? What did you learn about yourself, your business, and your time? Then you take the end of the week to plan your next 12 weeks. Same process on repeat. Also, when week 13 comes around, go back to your annual list and update it based on what you have learned. Your annual goals is a living document, not a locked in commitment. 4 cycles a year, 4 chances to course correct, 4 fresh starts to build. You don't wait until December to realize you are off track. You course correct every 12 weeks. For my side hustlers and my full-time entrepreneurs that stayed until the very end, I'll let you know a little secret. I put together a tax and business cheat sheet with key business deadlines for this quarter. It's linked in the description, completely free. Add those dates to your calendar so you're not missing out on anything. Now, if you are still unclear on your business structure, your funding, and who your ideal client actually is, your 12-week goals are only as strong as the business they are built on. I made a video walking you through exactly how to build a business plan from a CFO's perspective. It will be linked in the cards and in the description. Thank you for watching. I'm Sabrina Michelle, your virtual CFO. Master your money, build your legacy, and lead with intention. All right, I'll talk to y'all in the next one.